Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to another cash stuffing. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Lily. I am a 25-year-old zero-based cash budgeter and stuffer. I am currently living up in Maine, and I have been doing the budget by paycheck method of cash budgeting for almost 4 years now. And in that time, I have purchased a home that I now live in with my boyfriend and our 3 dogs who are currently running around the desk, so I apologize for any shakiness. On this channel, I do cash stuffings, budgeting videos, savings challenges, unstuffings, and condensings, and I am currently focusing on my debt journey. So if any of that sounds like content that may interest you, I hope that you consider hitting that subscribe button and sending some support my way. But happy Cash Stuffing Tuesday, everyone. How are we doing? How are we feeling? I'm going to be honest, I am tired. I've been having a really hard time falling asleep at night lately. I don't know if it's because Austin's been streaming late, so he comes to bed late, and there's just something about like falling asleep without him in bed, but also falling asleep knowing that he's going to be coming to bed later. That just makes it hard for me to fall asleep, but at the same time, like, I'm not tired. Like, I could close my eyes and just not fall asleep. It's just so weird for me, considering my usual is being tired at like 7:30 or 8 o'clock and getting into bed and like taking that time to really I don't know. But honestly, after this, I genuinely think I'm gonna get in bed while I edit and upload this, and then just lay there and relax and maybe try to take a little quick nap before making dinner and then working tonight, because I don't know, I feel like my body just needs it. Also, please don't mind my nail. The polish is chipping and I need to redo my nails, but I just haven't had the time or the energy, frankly. But anywho, today we are here to cash stuff my second paycheck for the month of March. We should have $451 here. We had $535 to start. 64 of that was left in the bank for my weekly Ally and Charles Schwab transfers, as well as my Spotify Premium and Planet Fitness memberships to auto draft. So after all that, I also left my gas money in the bank, so we should have 451, 100, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 300, 310, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 400, 405, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, and 51. Perfect. Do let me know how you guys are feeling too. I also have dog hair all over my sweater, my sleeves, and everything. I feel like it's just part of my wardrobe at this point. And honestly, I don't even have the energy to unfold those corners at this very second. So if that tells you anything. Goodness, I don't want this to be a downer though. It's not a downer video. Okay. So we're going to start off with my wallet, and we are going to, so I just realized too that I put this here and I usually put it in here, but that's actually a little bit better because that like wraps, I don't know. I didn't even realize that I had done that, but groceries has $5 left over. I'm going to put that into the $5 rollover savings challenge that I'm doing later on. So we're going to add 35 today. So I believe I did 2 10s and 3 5s, which is 10, 25, 30, and 35. Part of me too has been toying with the idea of maybe going back to an A6 size wallet. Personally, I feel like it would fit better in my purse, but I do love A7 as well. So I don't know. This just gets really thick and chunky, especially when we fold all the bills. So I don't know. We have $1 in miscellaneous leftover. That's going to go into the dollar challenge at the end. And $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 is going to go into here to replenish this for this week. I have some ones in here just in case, so I don't have to break bigger bills. Like if I had like I don't know, a 10 and a 5 left in groceries, and the amount was $6. Rather than breaking that 10, I could just grab a 5 and then a 1 from here, and I'd keep that 10. I do leave my gas money in the bank because I use the Upside app, you guys. If you are not using Upside, seriously, what the heck are you doing? If you drive a vehicle that takes gas in order to power it, seriously, or you know what I mean, you need the Upside app. It is a rewards app where you get cash back when you get gas. Seriously, it's literally that. It makes gas cheaper, essentially, because you are automatically getting cash back when you get gas. And recently they did add some grocery stores, some restaurants and things like that. So it's not even just gas. You just automatically get cash back for shopping certain places. So I highly recommend that you sign up. My link is in the description box. If you sign up using my code, you will get extra money back on your first fill up. Okay. I didn't set aside any extra ones this week. I do have a couple receipts to scan into Fetch, which is another rewards app where you take pictures of paper receipts from anywhere, not just gas or those participating restaurants and grocery stores, literally anywhere. You can even link your electronic receipts like from Amazon or eBay or whatever. And the app will give you points, which you can rack up and then later redeem for gift cards anywhere. And I typically choose Amazon. I love that app as well. If you're interested in signing up, you will get extra points back on your first receipt if you sign up using my code, which is down in the description box. But here is the change that we are adding into the change jar. And for, you know, the second week of March, I think this is looking pretty good. You know, we still had the rollover from last year, but overall, I think it's okay. So we are going to start with my bills. And don't let me forget, later this week, I do need to unstuff the first half of some of my debt bills because I pay those bi-monthly now, or bi-weekly, I guess. Not every 2 weeks exactly, because counting magic months I don't, but I do it twice a month. So mortgage is getting $46 today. So 2 20s, a 5, ew, and a 1. So we have 50, 100, 1, 20, 45, 50, 51, and 152. In mortgage. Internet is getting 10. So we have 10, 20, 31, and 32 in internet. For those of you who are new, my boyfriend and I do own this house together. We're both on the mortgage. The way that we have our bills split is he pays me a flat rate of $1,600 a month. I choose to put that all towards the mortgage, and then I cover the rest of the mortgage, which is just a couple $100. Well, $400, a little over $400, and then I cover the utilities. And we decided to do it that way. 1, because he makes more than I do. We're adding 30 to electric. And 2, because he knows that I'm working on paying down my debt right now. So he's helping me out a little bit more with mortgage. Because rather than us splitting everything 50-50, our mortgage is a little over $2,000. So putting that $1,000 in mortgage was really intense for me. But now that I'm working on paying off my personal debt, hopefully by this time next year, things will be a little bit different. But electric has 50, 70, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, and 150. $150 for electric. Come on, there we go. Heat is getting $10. And he did say that he doesn't think we're going to need to refill our oil for the rest of the season. It has been a lot warmer lately. I live up in Maine, and this week is like high 40s, low 50s. I think he said it was supposed to be 60 on Thursday, which is crazy. So hopefully with all of that, we won't need to use any heat really, but on the cooler days, hopefully we can just rely on our pellet stove, because we still have like 2/3 of a pallet, like a ton pallet of pellets from Christmas. So I think we should be okay. Hopefully. We'll see. But for now, we have 100, 150, 70, 90, 200, 210, 25, 30, and 235. And if the budget ends up being like crazy tight to a point where stuffing heat would prevent me from paying like the mortgage or the electric or some other bill that's obviously a priority, I might use that opportunity to cut back and do that. But I don't plan on stopping stuffing this, even though I know that we won't have to spend it for a while, because I really want to get that buffer up to a good amount so that come next winter, when we're going to really need to like completely fill the oil tank and probably refill our propane tank as well, I'm going to need that money. Water and sewer is getting 15, so a 10 and a 5. We have $85 in the bank, 80, 105, 115, 20, and 125. This is from our unstuffing at the end of February. I took everything out and brought it to my high yield savings account. I had 300 and it only ended up being 215 and change. So the 85 was left in the bank, and it's like rolled over for the next quarter, which is great. My phone bill is getting 5, so we have 10, 15, and 20. In the phone bill, I'm literally blowing little dog hairs off every 2 seconds. My car insurance is getting 15, so a 10 and a 5. We have 254 in the bank, so 250, 60, 70, 85, 90, 95, and 299. Right? 250, 60, 70, 85, 90, 95 plus 4, 299. Perfect. Towards my car insurance, my car's registration is getting 5, so we have 130 in the bank, 5 and 140. About my in the bank placeholders, they were sold out a few days ago, but I did get my new shipment of them in today. I say that sounds kind of weird, but I just don't have a printer at my house, so I have to send out to have them printed. So I had them printed. They arrived today, thank goodness. So I will be restocking those very soon. And I don't know if I mentioned this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna not say anything until until I've ordered them and they've arrived before I mention that. Flow Pro is not getting anything, but we have 25 in here, and I'm only writing that right now because I pulled it out. Sam's Club is getting $5, so we have 25 and $30. In Sam's Club, this is due in February, so we have plenty of time to save up for that. But that is it for my bills. And next, we're going to move on to my debt. So for Best Buy, we're stuffing $50 today. So we have 51 and 150. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because it's just easier to write when it's bigger text. But Best Buy has 150. Care Credit, oh my gosh, it just feels so good. If I can remember, I'm going to pop a picture up on the screen of my balance. This is a screenshot that I took before. So I did go to the vet for Cedric. He had his Lyme lepto, like annual whatever vaccines, and that was 125, but I have them round up to 200 so that I get the 6-month interest-free rate, which now that I think about it, I didn't really need to do that because I do plan on paying it off at the end of this month. But the benefit of that is that that extra $75 that I pay goes on as a credit at my vet's office. So come May or whenever, I'm pretty sure in May is the next one, my dog's, oh my gosh, one of my dog's next appointments to the vet, like annual visits. And I will have a $75 credit towards that appointment. And I do expect it to be more than $200, but still that will be helpful. So I do plan on paying off that full $200 at the end of this month, but we're adding 15 right now. Just give a little knock. So we have 20, 35, and 40 in here right now. But it just felt so good to see that number at 0, even if I know that I have to keep using it. Just, yeah, and I can't wait until these are all paid off. I've had some comments. I still get some comments on my debt video. I'm going to try to remember to link it up in the cards for you guys. My like debt confession plan to pay things off video. I still get comments, and some of them are regarding the 30% rule. And I just wanted to touch on that super quickly. I think I said in the video something that I have since explained that I am changing, but the 30% rule, from what I understand and from what I was told by like mortgage officers and loan people when we were trying to get a loan to buy our house, is that once your credit card balance is under 30% of the maximum, so if it's $100 is your maximum and you have $30 or less as a balance on there, that's when like your credit is positively affected. Like they basically told me I had credit card debt, and they told me pay them off down to 30% or less, but don't pay them off. Don't close them or anything. Just bring them down to 30%. The reason that we did that was because I still needed money for the down payment up front. So I couldn't spend all my money on paying down my debt, but getting them down to 30%, that's what increased my credit score, which gave us a better interest rate on our home loan. So that's the deal with the 30% rule. No one is saying, I just want to clarify, no one says get it under 30% and then don't pay it off or leave it there or stop making payments or anything like that. Basically, it's like if you are trying to repair your credit kind of specifically in order to buy a home or to take out a larger loan or X, Y, and Z, a quick credit repair sort of thing, like it could happen in a month, is if you get those amounts down to 30% of the maximum balance, the maximum on that card. And I don't know about any loans other than like credit cards. Okay. This is what I was told. And I think in my video, I don't remember, I might have said something like, I don't think I said I was going to leave them there. What I meant was once they get down to 30%, I think some of the confusion too was I said I was going to be closing some credit cards, and people recommended that I leave them open. And some of them I'm definitely leaving my Care credit card open. I'm definitely going to leave my university card open. Potentially my TJ Maxx one, but I feel like that's kind of dangerous for me, so we'll see. But my Best Buy credit card, I am 100% closing. Okay, I just want to make that clear. I don't care if it negatively impacts my credit. I am closing that card once it is paid off because the interest rate is absurd. The balance is way too high for me to manage. It's so easy for me to see how much I have available and just think of it as free money and spend it. And then the interest rate kills me, you guys. The interest right now that's hitting that card is like over half of the payments that I'm making. So that's why it's been taking me so long to pay that down. That is the one that once I get these smaller credit cards out of the way, I am fully tackling those. Just so you're aware of that. That is my plan. And again, go check out that video if you want specifics or anything like that on my debt pay down plan. Or inspiration on yours, whatever. But I did just want to clarify because I was talking back and forth with someone about that 30% rule. And I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page here. No one's I'm not advising anyone that you get something down to 30%, or that you leave a balance on your credit cards at all and don't pay them off at the end of every month. But I will also say that not everyone is fortunate enough to, for one, not be able to rely on credit cards. It's just a sad reality of the world right now. People need to rely on credit cards for things. And two, not everyone, once you get into that debt and you've dug that hole so deep, it's so hard and almost nearly impossible to build your way back up and climb right out of that hole really quickly, you know, and still pay all your bills and eat, you know, and keep the water on, you know. So there are certain priorities, I will say, that should go over debt. Obviously, the roof over your head, the food in your belly and things. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling and I'm getting way off on a tangent here. So anywho, I don't even know how that started, but credit cards are getting 75. So 50, a 20, and a 5. So we have 51, 150, 70, 80, 95, and 200. Towards these credit cards. And on Thursday, I will be unstuffing everything that's in here. And my Care credit card, I think, or no, Best Buy, I'm going to leave my Care credit card in there because there's no interest. And then my credit cards, and I'll be making the first half of the month payment. Student loans is getting $100 today. So we have 150, 200, 220, and 225. And then paying my brother back is getting 15. People did let me know that I put too much in here last week, so I appreciate that. I'm just going to leave it as of right now. And then, yeah, at the end of the month, I'll figure it out. I'm not going to adjust the one that I owe. So we have 20, 30, 40, and 45 in here. We should have only had 25 at the end of last week, so that's okay. Paying back my medical bills comes from my YouTube paychecks, so we're going to leave my debt binder as that. And next, we're going to hop into my yearly savings challenge binder here, my 2025. We finished January and February, and now we are on to March. So we are adding 15 today, so that is a 10 and a 5. And we're just going to color one of these in. My OCD is telling me it needs to be the top one. If you're interested, these savings challenges are available for digital download on my shop. I'm sort of toying with the idea of maybe just having them printed and selling them. I know it's already March, but I also did play around and have some Christmas ones, some new savings challenges that I'm a little nervous about launching because I don't know, they're very niche and they're kind of something I haven't seen before. So I don't know, we'll see how they're received. I have a couple of them printed, so maybe I'll just like show you guys and list like a couple, and then if they're received well, I might also just list them as digital downloads as well. But anyway, we have $20, $30, and $35 for March as of right now. Also, these envelopes are available in a couple different fonts and colors and stuff in my shop if you're interested. But that was 35. I am going to actually just close up my planner, which is available in a bunch of different bunch of different styles and colors in my shop as well if you're interested for digital download. The app that I use in here is GoodNotes. I'm not familiar personally with some other like non-Apple note apps. I know that some people have said that it works just as fine, but this is just a PDF with workable tab links. So I can't like give advice on any app issues that people are having with different apps other than GoodNotes, because I genuinely don't know how to use non-Apple ones, but you can also just like use it on a desktop computer. Either way. Again, I'm totally rambling. I'm going to skip back to our savings challenges, and we are adding $5 into our $5 rollover. Okie dokes. And we don't count this. So we're just going to pop that right in there. And that is going to do it for my savings binder. And then lastly here, I am putting this old withered one into our $1 challenge. My gosh, someone's overcompensating. Okay. So that's what we're looking like so far, and that is going to wrap up today's cash stuffing. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, leave a yellow heart in the comments to show your support for the channel, and of course, subscribe. Check back in on Thursday for our Thankful Thursday Etsy Paycheck cash stuffing. I think we should have a video coming up this weekend as well, which is super exciting. But with all that being said, thank you so much for sticking around with me. And I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, week, month, year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.